one of the complaints is like, well, what am I gonna put on my fish if I can't put a sauce on it? Well, it's like, spice that thing up, you know? Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I just got done training some athletes and I got some groceries delivered. And so I thought today would be a good day for me to tell you guys what I use for seasoning and sauces, because one of the big questions and complaints, honestly, that I get is that, you know, healthy food is nasty, or there's no, you know, I can't put any sauce on my food, and so, you know, it's bland or whatever. And I have all kinds of thoughts on that, because I do think that we have this expectation for food to be an emotional, sensory, and fulfilling experience that is wonderful and fine on occasion, but it really doesn't need to be a you know, a complete sensory amazing experience every time you eat. That is part of the gluttonous culture I think that we live in. And I know that sounds really harsh, but I think that's part of the problem when it comes to food, is that we're expecting it to be an experience every single time. And when you're eating to fuel your body, it just can't be like that every single time, unless you're willing to put in time and effort to do that. So I will say that healthy food does not have to be bland. It doesn't have to be nasty. I'm a firm believer in that, but it's not gonna be buttery and fatty and salty like you want it. It's just not, because that's not helpful or nourishing all the time. So nothing wrong with fat, but you guys know that what happens is we add some cream, and then we add some salt, and then we add some sugar, and then we add this and that and honey and this, and all of a sudden the calories are just way through the roof. So today I thought I would just share with you guys some of the sauces that I like to use that helps to make my food taste good, but are also like either lower in calorie or, you know, high quality ingredients, so like organic and gluten-free and things like that. So first I'm gonna start, oh wait, before, can you guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel and you're watching secretly, like, you need to subscribe to my channel. Like, help me out, honestly. And if this video resonates with you, or you think it's a good video to share, please share this video with other people. I think food is a hot topic when it comes to fat loss, weight loss, nutrition, etc. So do that for me, please. All right, the first thing I want to start with is what I cook my food in. So I use a cast iron skillet because I do have anemia. I am anemic, which means I have low iron. And one of the things that my doctor recommended was that I cook in a cast iron. And if you didn't know, cast irons ain't non-stick, which means that you have to like use some sort of like non-stick thing if you want it not to stick. So what I use is avocado oil. And the reason why I use avocado oil and not olive oil is that avocado oil has a high heat cooking temperature, which means basically it doesn't get denatured at high heat. Olive oil, I recommend my clients only use raw, because it will burn at a high heat. And I cook my food, if I'm doing a steak or salmon and I need to sear it at a high temperature, you know, I want to use avocado oil. I spray it. I don't spray for a very long time. I try and do like a second. And you know, that sort of gives you that non-stick without like cooking it completely in butter. I'm not against butter. If you're my client, you know that butter is on the food list. Like, you can have butter. But I do understand that when it comes to caloric limits in your day, butter will send you up there very quickly, right? And fat has its place. So this is great for high heat cooking. This is the Primal Kitchens brand. You can get organic avocado oil elsewhere for much cheaper, but that's just what I have in my house now. So I cook, like, I spray this on my vegetables in the air fryer. I spray this in my cast iron skillet. Oh, did I tell you guys that my doctor was like, you need to eat out of a cast iron skillet because that's how you get more iron in your blood? Yes, it works. Okay, so that's that. The second thing I wanted to show you guys was this organic unsweetened ketchup. It's 10 tablespoons per serving. What I like about this is that it's only got 1 gram of sugar. and that's not added sugar. So if you get a Heinz or you get a conventional ketchup brand, it's going to be high in sugar. It's probably gonna have high fructose corn syrup, and sugar is gonna be one of the main ingredients, and that's why people say ketchup is bad. But this is literally just tomatoes, and then there's like some spices and powders and things like that. You guys, I got this at Grocery Outlet for like $2.99. Chase, knock it off. So, it's paleo, Whole30 friendly, no cane sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, super, super delicious. So it's the Primal Kitchens ketchup. If you have a Grocery Outlet, go to Grocery Outlet because they sell it there for cheap. The next thing I use quite frequently is sriracha, and I use this on my eggs. I'll use this, like if I make myself a poke bowl, or like a, you know, themed bowl with like salmon and nori and sesame seeds and seaweed salad. I'll sprinkle this on top. Or if I go to a poke bowl shop and I don't want all of their sauce on it, I'll just ask them to stir my meat in soy sauce, and I put this on top. So this is sriracha from Trader Joe's. Adds a little bit of flavor. The next thing is salad dressing, Bolthouse Farms. Now, I use this sparingly because dairy it activates these. You see this little pimple right here? Like, that's from dairy. Okay, so these are typically anywhere between like 30 and 45 calories per 2 tablespoons. And if you look at a conventional dressing, salad dressing, like a traditional ranch or a traditional Thousand Island, it's like 120 per 2 tablespoons. So when people are like, I'm eating salad, and I'm like, okay, but don't put all the salad dressing on there because that will send you to a salad that's 1,000 calories, right? And unless you're, you haven't eaten that much that day, that could very easily send you over your caloric limit. So these are usually 45 calories. You can get these from Safeway, Sprouts. Trader Joe's may have a similar version, but what I'm looking for is like, this is a yogurt-based dressing versus an oil-based dressing, okay? Next, barbecue sauce. This is also from Primal Kitchens, also from Grocery Outlet. So I do add flavor to this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like this is not my favorite flavored barbecue sauce, but what I can do is add, some paprika, add some more pepper or cayenne, or add some more oregano if I want to, or add something to this to give it a little bit more bold depth of flavor. But this is a good place to start because most barbecue sauces are super high in sugar, right? And it's just made out of high fructose corn syrup. So I like this because it's 15 calories per 2 tablespoons, and it's gluten-free, keto, no added sugar, etc. Okay, y'all. If you follow me on Instagram, by the way, my Instagram is _coach.joe. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know, like I run through these so much. These are the Primal Kitchens no soy teriyaki. And I use no soy because soy can disrupt hormones, and so I prefer to just not to do that. If I'm gonna eat teriyaki daily, which I'd be doing, I'm gonna use no soy teriyaki. So this is the island version that I just picked up from Sprouts. So I think it's got more of like a coconutty, sort of like sweeter, and this is just like the regular teriyaki. If you follow my Instagram, you guys know I put this on my meat, my beef. I put it on my chicken. I put it on my turkey. I don't really eat chicken. Turkey. I put it on my salmon. Boy, it is so good, and only 15 calories per 1 tablespoon. So again, most teriyaki is made with either insane amounts of sugar or high fructose corn syrup, and so that can very easily send your carbohydrate intake for the day way over what it should be. Okay, not to mention that like high fructose corn syrup just ain't good for you, like period. So I got these from Sprouts. Not gonna lie, they're not the most budget friendly, but you may be able to find something similar in the Sprouts brand, because I do believe Sprouts has a no soy teriyaki as well. Chase, what is going on, sir? Okay, Almost done here. He's like literally shaking up a storm. Okay, so let's get to some spices now. This is the Ajika Georgian from Trader Joe's. I've been putting this on my eggs, on my salmon, on my steak, on my cod. It's been so good. I got this from Trader Joe's, super cheap. Trader Joe's is great for spices. Because they have these really unique blends that kind of like, you don't have to think about what to put on your fish, right? Or what to put on your turkey or whatever. And I know that, you know, one of the complaints is like, well, what am I gonna put on my fish if I can't put a sauce on it? Well, it's like, spice that thing up, you know? Use the Ajika Georgian, right? So good. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, y'all, but whatever. Flavor God. Okay, not gonna lie, like their flavoring is mute. It's very muted. So what I do is I add some salt because there isn't a lot of salt in here. It's very like, yeah, it's muted. I don't know if how else to describe it. It's like, you're like, ooh, I can taste the jerk, but not quite. So this is the Jamaican jerk seasoning. Pretty darn good. But again, I just add a little bit more of whatever ingredients are in here, including sea salt, to really make that flavor a little bit more robust. And again, I put this, if I want jerk flavored chicken, jerk flavored salmon. This is from Flavor God, and they are not even sponsoring this video. Like, they're not giving me any money to tell you guys about this. Okay. Almost done, guys. Okay, so if you are someone who likes to like dip and eat, game changer, okay? These are from Safeway, and they are cauliflower dips. So I know, so hummus is like a big, oh, hummus is so great. The thing about hummus is, number one, if you don't like chickpeas, you're not gonna like hummus. Number two, hummus can be like 120 calories per 2 tablespoons because they make it with so much oil and chickpeas in and of themselves. And again, it's not that we're restricting calories, but when you think about your caloric intake for the day, you don't wanna be, like, do you really wanna use it on chickpeas? You know, like, I'm trying to use that on some rice, okay, where I can get more volume for my calories. So I picked these up. I've been eating these for like 2 years. I picked these up from Safeway. They are cauliflower dips. So I use this sometimes instead of mayonnaise. Not because mayonnaise is bad. I use mayonnaise for my tuna, but sometimes I want like cheese kind of feeling on my sandwich. So good. The flavor I have is jalapeno cilantro, which is what I'm using right now, and then cucumber dill. And these are 60 calories per 2 tablespoons. So think about it. You're getting, if you're gonna use 120 calories, you know, you're getting double the amount of sauce, right? So if I wanted, sometimes I dip my carrots in this, I'll dip sourdough bread in this. If I'm having raw broccoli, like so dang good. Last but not least, bone broth. And it's like, normally you drink bone broth, right? But instead of soaking my meat or adding, you know, some sort of oil to my meat, especially like my turkey breast or things like that, or my fish, you can add bone broth, which will actually give it that moisture that you're looking for, plus the flavor. So I love using bone broth as a way to get in not only my collagen and all that stuff, but as a way to add flavor to certain items. So if you want to add some flavor to your vegetables, you know, you can add a little bone broth seasoning there and steam it. These are little packets from Sprouts. So let me show you guys. They just come in little packets like this. And so you can just mix a little bit and use it on a, you know, in a soup, or use it to add some liquid or some flavor to any of your vegetables or things like that. So anywhere where it calls for like chicken broth, or it calls for, you know, some sort of like stock, you can use bone broth. And it's a great way to get in flavor and also get in that collagen and grass-fed beef that you need, okay? So you guys, these are my favorite sauces and seasonings. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please share this, like it, let other people know that you can eat healthfully and it doesn't have to be nasty, right? It can be good. And if you're looking for fitness coaching, I have slots available for online coaching. You can go to my website at flourishing.com. It's also linked in in the description box below. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.